hold these up, or do you have in still store these? I don't know what I can show. What I'm able to show. Oh, I can't show that. I'll just show the cover. But these pictures in here, and this is, you know, an older issue, right? This is not new. This is.
Yeah, that was the month that we moved here.
But man, these pictures are gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're a good-looking couple. Look at that. You're just resting.
Yeah. I was tired.
Yeah.
I thought David Beckham's crutch is a good place to rest.
Yeah,
right?
sure. If you're going to rest, yes.
Yeah.
And now, when you say you're boring, are you home like with the kids a lot, or and do they understand? They just grew up with this, right?
Yeah, I mean, it must be really weird for the kids, but yeah, I mean, they go to a really lovely school. They're fantastic grounds. Mm-hmm. They do their thing. They're normal little boys, and I go to work, do what I do, and David does what he does. I think that they think all mummies are Spice Girls and all daddies play soccer,
right.
And that's just the way they've been brought up.
Now, so you have 3 boys. Do you want more kids? Do you want a girl?
I would like a girl. You know, I think that it would be great. It would finish the family off to have a little girl. But I think, you know, I've got a big tour coming up.
Yeah.
And I don't want to.
And how long are you going to be on tour?
Just until February.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
You can get pregnant, you know, and have the baby. Can't you plan that kind of thing out?
Well, you know, we'll do the practicing bit before, and then you know,
all right,
and then see what happens.
Yeah. Because seriously, I mean, I would assume that it would be for you, because you really do like. You know, really girly things, to have a little girl to take her shopping, and that would be great for you.
Yeah, it would be great, and David would love a girl, but you know, 3 boys, I think it's less about parenting now for me and more about crowd control.
Right.
Because it's just, I'm constantly, don't do this, don't do that, don't touch this, don't touch that.
Right.
And I listen to myself and I think, shut up.
Yeah.
What do you sound like?
Right.
I moan constantly, just keeping them under control.
Yeah, well, but you have to do that. But yeah, I can imagine. All right, so your wife was here, and we had a lot of fun, and she gave me a gift of Jimmy Choo shoes.
Yes.
And I think, there we are together. And she wore my shoes.
I've been trying to get her in those
She won't wear
years.
tennis
No,
shoes, will she?
she won't. I've been trying to get her in them for years, but no.
She won't do it.
High heels all the time.
Isn't it interesting that she will? What happens when you go out and do something athletic?
She wears the heels.
No.
Yep.
If you bike ride?
She tries.
She tries to bike ride in heels?
Yep.
Now, can you do things like that? Because it seems like you have 3 boys, right?
Well, we have to, because I think, you know, we want the boys brought up in the most normal way as possible, and, you know, we try and do as much normal stuff with them as possible, and going to the park and bike riding is something that the boys love doing.
And they're athletic, or?
Yeah, very, very.
Now, would you be mad if they weren't? Like, if none of them wanted to play soccer?
No, not at all. You know, they're into their sports, but they're also, you know, the middle one, Romeo, is the entertainer. So he's, you know, he loves dancing, he loves singing. So they're all into breakdancing at the moment, which is quite funny.
Oh, really? Are they good?
Yeah, well, Cruz, the youngest one, he's 3. He got up on stage at Madison Square Gardens and just started breakdancing.
That must be adorable.
It is, but the funny thing is, he's been, you know, from the moment he wakes up in the morning, he just spins on his head. Till he goes to sleep at night, and it's hilarious to see, because he's only 3 years old. So.
Yeah, that's not normal.
No.
At some point, he should stop, because you might want to check that out. He just gets up and spins on his head?
Yeah, so first he just runs, takes a run, and then spins, and then jumps.
Yeah. And Romeo, that's a great name, but that's pressure for him. But they're all gorgeous. They're beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
And now, when Victoria was here, I said, do you want to have another baby? And she said, after the tour. Yeah. And the tour ended in February.
Yeah.
It's April, so any babies?
Not yet, but we're working on it.
You want more?
Of course, you know, we're very family orientated, so you know, we've always wanted a big family, which was weird, because when we first got together, we never even discussed how many children we wanted, but it's worked out that, you know, we want a big family, and you know, we love kids, so it's worked out perfect.
Well, when you met, because I read that you knew right away, you met her, before you met her, you saw her. And she was more famous than you, and you were kind of just about to break big, and so you saw her and said, that's the one I want?
Well, the Spice Girls had been together for a few months, and obviously, you know, they were so huge, and I just wanted to meet one of them, and the one I wanted to meet was Victoria. And I was in a hotel room with my best friend, who was my best man at my wedding, And I remember turning around before I'd even met Victoria and said, I want to marry that one. And that one, the one in the black dress, the one with the bob. And a few weeks later, she came to a football match, soccer match, and I said hi from across the room, and that was it. And I thought I'd missed my chance. And then a week later, she turned up at another football match, and she had a few to drink, and she gave me her number.
So, and then you've been together 8 years now, and are you?
We've been married for almost 9, and we've been together for 11. So.
Wow,
yeah.
That's amazing. And so, are you still romantic? Do you both? I mean, look at that. Look at that. That's romantic.
No, we are. You know, we've got obviously 3 beautiful boys, which is our priority. But I think it's always, you know, in a marriage, you make it work, and you know, you have to make time for each other, and we do that. And I think that's as important as obviously looking after our boys as well.
God, that photo shoot, that spread was amazing, those pictures in W.
We enjoyed that shoot.
Yeah,
it was a fun
I bet you
shoot.
did.
Yeah.
Do your sons understand this kind of reaction? Because I'd imagine, how old are they now?
Brooklyn's 10, Romeo's 7 next week, and Cruz is 4.
Because they're going to start getting those screams soon, too. They're going to be just like...
Yeah, I actually saw a picture of them on the internet the other day with their nieces, and the headline was something like, and the Beckham boys have found their girls.
Yeah.
But no, you know, they still get used to it. You know, it's still surprising for them because to them, obviously, I'm just daddy.
Just the dad that people scream at all the time.
Yeah.
And now you're living all over the place, but do they have American accents because they're here so much?
They actually really do. You know, every time we go back to London, which is not that often, we go back at Christmas to spend Christmas with our family. And, you know, my parents and Victoria's parents turn around, and also their friends, and they're turning around and saying, wow, their accents are really American now. So, you know, they're really into it. We live here now, so it's, you know, it's an amazing thing for them. They're so happy. They're happy in their schooling. They're happy in their life. Well,
y'all, just the cutest family, because you always see all of you together. And you've been married how long now?
10 years.
10 years, that's fantastic.
July 4th.
That's great. And is it hard to keep topping yourself every year to buy some special gift for Victoria? Are you good at that?
I always seem to do pretty well. She always seems to be happy with, you know, the gifts that I get her.
And you just, you put a new tattoo for the 10th anniversary, right?
Yeah, I had 10 roses around my arm. So
for the 10
you know,
years.
For the 10
That's
years.
Really
so
sweet.
we always try and do things special. You know, it's not always about buying gifts for each other. Of course, you know. We just make sure that we spend time together or go for dinner together and do special things. So that's important to us.
So let's talk about the Emporio Armani underwear ads. So you did, that's really fascinating to all of us. That's, so you did them by yourself, and then you also did some with Victoria as well, right? We have a picture of, that must have been fun. That must have been...
It was a lot of fun because, you know, we never really get a chance to work together, and when we do, you know, it's amazing, and it was great to work with her on the day.
I thought those came out almost as good as the ones we did together. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was really...
Close.
I don't know why they didn't end up in magazines, because I thought they looked good. Let me show you what we did. I have these... Look how good that looks. I don't know why.
It looks great.
That's crazy that nobody got to see that, you know? I felt like more people should see it, and I don't have a lot of power, but I have some power.
Okay.
And let's see, Derek, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Ellen.
Okay, let's go to Derek outside on Olive. Drop it, Derek, drop it.
Looks great.
That's good. That's better. And then, so now, here in Los Angeles, when people are driving by on Olive, they'll look at that and they'll get to see it, because that's such a waste of my time. I took an entire day to pose with you, and I thought, well, why not in New York? People in Times Square should see it as well. Sunset Boulevard. Let's see. All right.
It was great.
Yeah. So there. So we have Sunset Boulevard. We have, of course, Olive, and we have Times Square in New York, and then I feel like it should be in London as well. Those are actually real. We actually have those up, really? So you might be getting phone calls going, when did you do the ad with Ellen? All right, well, I think we're going to give some underwear away. Everybody in the audience gets 2 pairs of Emporio Armani ladies' underwear. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire contestant Donald Leak will join us after this. Don't go away. And you have a wonderful marriage to Victoria, 11 years now, right?
Yeah.
And what do you think? Now, there's got to be, it's a great marriage, but there's got to be something that you do that drives her crazy and that she does that drives you crazy.
I'm sure there's a lot of things that I do that drive her crazy.
She can forgive that. Look at you. But what do you? But what do you do that drives her crazy?
I'm very tidy at home, and she's not. So that kind of thing.
She should be grateful that you're. So you like to keep things very clean.
Yeah, I'm very tidy and very clean, and you know, things like.
Wow. You didn't expect her to actually challenge that, did you?
Actually, I did. I did.
So you're saying you are tidy?
No, he always says that he is tidy, but not actually that tidy, are you, David?
We're gonna have our first argument in 11 years. But like I said, there's more annoying things that I probably do. You know, when we're in the car and we're listening to music, you know, I'll always sing the song in front of the actual song that's playing, and that kind of annoys her.
What do you mean? You sing the words before the words?
Before the words, actually, you know, because obviously I know the words.
What are you trying to show off? We know the words too, but why would you sing the words before the words come? Is it to bother her?
I have no idea.
You just sing before the words?
Yeah.
But that's not the song.
I know, but that's...
Oh, that would drive me
that
crazy.
That kind of thing annoys her, obviously.
Yeah, that would drive me crazy, Victoria. So, congratulations, new little baby girl, Harper 7.
I know. Amazing. Amazing.
Now, Harper 7, what is that name from?
Well, Harper's an old English name, which we liked for a while. And 7, you know, it's been a lucky number for me for many years, and obviously it's a very kind of spiritual number around the world in many countries. So we just loved it. It's just, and it fits her perfectly. The boys love her name, and it's an amazing thing having a girl around the house.
And then she's 7 pounds. Mm-hmm. She was born in the 7th month.
Yeah.
On the 7th day.
I know.
It's crazy, right?
Crazy.
And there was
really
another
is.
7 in there somewhere that I read too. That's pretty.
It is. There was so many things that obviously made our mind up about the name, and
right.
But she's so beautiful.
And do you think you'll have more children, or do you think that's it?
If we're lucky enough to have another one, it'd be great. You know, we always spoke about having a big family. We love children, and you know, we're very blessed to have 4 healthy children. So if another one comes along, then it'd be amazing.
Because then it would be 7.
Yes.
That's fine, right? You want 5 kids, so then it's a 7.
Yep.
And that's probably why you're doing it.
Yep, it is. I love. What can I say? I love number 7.
Yeah. So you also got a tattoo of Harper on your collarbone. Is that right?
Yeah, it's about here. It's about here. It's I have tattoos of all my children on me, so you know, just got Harper on me now.
Have you thought about getting one of me?
Yeah, I actually have.
Really?
I actually have. Maybe we can go tonight and we'll get one. We'll get another one.
Okay, great. If you get one of me, I'll get one of you.
Okay.
All right. You know I adore you. I adore your husband. He is just the greatest. What's his name again? David Beckham?
Yes.
David Beckham.
Beckham, yeah.
Yeah, he's a wonderful guy and very, very funny. And he's done some funny stuff for us here. And the last time you were here, you just had the 3 boys and Brooklyn, Romeo, Cruz.
Yeah.
And then you were hoping to someday have a girl, and now you do. You have Harper. And how old is she now?
She's going to be 4. She's
really?
going to be 4. And
wow.
Yeah, she's amazing. All the kids are amazing. I mean, they're really good kids. They work hard at school. They're happy. They're funny. And they're just really good kids. And she's so great. And the boys are great with her. She's a little tomboy, She loves to wear little dresses, but then she loves to put her football boots on and get in the garden with her brothers and have a bit of rough and tumble, which I think is great.
She's both, yeah. And Brooklyn took a pic. He went to Coachella this last weekend, and there was a picture of he was by him. I guess he was the first one there because he was nobody else showed up. He had a good seat.
Yeah.
He's got like 1.7 million. He's Instagram followers, right?
Yeah. He's a good boy.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
He was a busboy at a cafe, which I think, he doesn't have to do that, but I thought that was amazing that he's a busboy.
Yeah, he's worked in the local cafe, washing up dishes for the past 2 years, which I think is great. For me and David, we work a lot, but the kids are everything to us, and we're very, very present. And I think it's important that the kids have a good work ethic, and they try and help other people as well.
Yeah, good. Well, I'm glad.
Very important.
Can we please show, before we talk about your clothing line, pictures of your dog? What's your dog's name?
Coco Chanel.
Coco Chanel. This dog is so fantastic. Look at that. And you're painting the dog's nails.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she is the most glamorous dog in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Well, she is.
She's a fantastic looking dog. That's like an English bulldog, is that right?
She is, yes.
God, they have great, I know people that have them, great personalities. Really, really cute. We're back with Victoria Beckham, and you're doing an amazing job. You're doing some work with United Nations Goodwill Ambassador, and your husband, David, has tons of tattoos. So what we thought we'd do is we would play a game called Tats on Beex. And I'm going to name a tattoo, and you're going to have to correctly identify the body part that it's on. And so for each one, we'll donate $1,000 to the United Nations Fund.
Thank
all
you
right?
so much. Thank you.
So
thank you.
It's up to you. You're welcome if you can do it. So I'll name a tattoo. First of all, from top to bottom, the name of your kids on David's back. So in what order?
Is it Cruz, Romeo, Brooklyn? No. Romeo, Cruz, Brooklyn?
Yes. How did you not know the order of that? All right, we'll give you the 1,000. It's not right. It's not right.
Okay.
You need to look at his back more often. All right. Where is Harper's tattoo?
Oh, on the collarbone.
Which one?
Oh.
Left or right?
Right. His left?
If you're looking at him.
Right. Left? I'm so bad at this. I need to look at him more.
I don't know.
Oh my God, this is
It's
really
on the
bad.
left. It's on the left collarbone.
It's on the left. I'm sure I said left.
We're going to take money away from you. We're going to. Right now, you owe me $2,000. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Where is the sexy Victoria tattoo?
Ah, now that is on his arm.
Where?
Are you going to ask me which
arm?
His left?
Yes. All right.
There we go.
Yes. You got one right. All right. Where is the Ellen tattoo? Don't tell me he hasn't shown you that.
I get a feeling that could be on his bottom.
Yep, it is.
There we go.
There, well, it's right there. All right. You know what? So, how's David? First of all, is he still handsome?
He's still very handsome.
Okay. All right.
He's still good.
All right. Just wanted to check. I saw a video of yeah, there he is. And then you two got together and made some pretty babies too, so that's good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
really,
you.
they're one of them is the sexiest. He's in the sexiest issue. He's the sexiest at every age. Did you know that?
I don't know if I want to know that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I need to know. Is that Brooklyn?
Yeah, Brooklyn. He's
Wow.
yeah, no, he's the first one.
Wow.
So, there's a lot of people in here.
Yeah. And who won? Oh, it's
Who
John
won?
Legend.
It's not
John
really a
Legend.
competition, but it's but right now he's the winner.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
which makes sense. He's a handsome man and talented. Yeah. And your son is on Instagram now. Is this Romeo who made you dance in the kitchen?
The TikTok.
Yes.
He came home the other day and he said, you know, Mum, I've just joined TikTok. Will you do a dance with me? And I was like, yeah, what should we dance to? He said, the Spice Girls. And then he took my phone, he posted it on my Instagram, and he said, that'll get my numbers up.
He used you.
He used me. He used me.
That's bad. Well, that will get his numbers up.
Well, it was a lot of fun, but I have to say, I think that Romeo definitely takes after his dad with his moves.
Yeah.
It was.
He didn't put a lot into it.
He did not.
No.
He did not.
But you know what? When you're that good looking, you just have to do a few moves.
Yeah.
So you're saying David is not a good dancer?
Well, you know, he's got some moves. He's very good when he's sitting down.
Oh.
Very good.
A seat dancer is always good.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's nothing wrong with a seat dancer. That's sometimes best for some people. So it's for men and women. I think all moisturizers should be, isn't it
Yeah.
all for men and women?
Do you know, I think so, and I think more and more men are wearing makeup, and, you know, that's cool. I mean, Harper did a very nice smoky eye on David for Halloween, and it was very, very good.
Oh, wow, really?
Yes.
And did you use this primer under, there. And Harper was Billie Eilish, right?
See, look, we all love a smoky eye in the house. Yeah, she was Billie Eilish.
That's fantastic. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you see this photo?
Sweet. That's sweet.
Now, how old are y'all there?
Gosh, I probably just had Brooklyn, I think. So, and he's 20, so that was probably, gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, long time ago.
You had a child in that photo?
I had a child, yes.
Wow, that's amazing. What's one thing that makes you lose your temper?
When my kids don't do their homework.
You're really angry about that.
I love it. I feel powerful.
It really
with
is
this.
fun. That's the point of this game, even though it's not attached to anything.